Hi, I'm David Hamburger. Welcome to Fingerstyle Blues Handbook Volume 2, Alternating Thumb Style. This is one of my favorite styles of guitar playing, and I know it can look kind of complicated and intimidating from the outside, so what I'm going to do my best to do in these next 20 lessons is really break it down for you step by step. We'll start just by learning how to make the thumb alternate across the strings, and then work really hard on the coordination between the fingers and the thumb, all the while trying to keep track of the fact that what you're really doing is playing melodies over a grooving bass, not just playing a bunch of little finger movements. That's really important. So when we get through, you'll have played 20 tunes in a variety of different keys and styles and tempos, and you'll also have a really solid foundation in this style so that you can go on and learn how to play more tunes in this style and work out some licks of your own. So if that sounds like a good way to spend some of your copious free time, let's get to it. In this first lesson, we're going to start out in the key of E, every guitar player's favorite key, and we'll learn how to do an alternating thumb bass on an E chord and play some minor pentatonic melodies over it. This is the approach we'll use throughout the course of learning how to play a solid bass line and then add the fingers on top and coordinate them. So let's get going. In this first lesson, we're going to focus on getting the thumb to alternate, and then learn how to coordinate playing melody notes on top with your fingers while keeping the thumb going. We're going to start out in the key of E, and one thing I want to point out is that when you're playing fingerstyle, you only have to play a note, you only have to fret a note with your left hand if you're going to play it with your right hand. So even though we're going to be playing over an E chord, basically, we're only going to be playing the 6th string and the 4th string in the bass. So you don't have to fret a whole E chord yet. You can just hold down the 2nd fret on the 4th string with your index finger and get your thumb going between the 6th and the 4th string. And what I mean by that is that if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, counting out a pulse, your thumb is going to hit like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're hitting the low string on beat 1, the 4th string on beat 2, the low string again on beat 3, and the 4th string on beat 4. Once you can do that comfortably, try doing it in a loop, counting to yourself so you keep track of where the beats are, like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, you want to add in a note on top. And this is really what it's all about, is getting the coordination between your thumb and your fingers together. So the main technique we're going to use for that is something called a pinch, and that means playing a thumb note and a finger note at the same time. I'm using my ring finger on the high string, thumb on the low string, and picking both strings simultaneously. That's a pinch. Now what we want to do is do a pinch with the thumb and the high string on beat 1 of this alternating thumb pattern. That's going to sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So the pinch is beat 1, where you're hitting the 6th string, and then you follow up. You do the pinch, then you follow up 2, 3, 4 with the rest of the thumb notes. So if you looped that, it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, let's add in a pinch on beat 3. So when we come back to the thumb note on beat 3, we'll do a pinch again on the high string. So we'll have pinches on the 1st and 3rd beats like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you could put those pinches anywhere. Let's try putting them on beats 1 and 2. That's going to sound like this. You're going to do a pinch with the low string and the high string. Then when your thumb comes up to the 4th string, you'll pinch again, 4th string and high string. So 2 pinches in a row. And then finish up beats 3 and 4 with those thumb notes again. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, let's try doing this. You could put the pinch on the 1st beat, leave the 2nd beat empty in the melody, and then pinch again on beat 3 and on beat 4 with your thumb back up on the 4th string. That sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've done everything on the high string so far, but you can pinch a melody note on a different string. Let's do it using your middle finger on the 2nd string. And we'll just put the pinches on beats 1 and 3 and keep the thumb going in between like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you can do that, try switching between strings in the middle of the pattern. So let's do a pinch on the high string, second beat open, and then third beat and fourth beat pinch on the second string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and keep it looped like that. Looping through these exercises is a really good way to make sure that you're playing in time, because when you get to the end of one, if you can get them to sort of loop seamlessly, then you'll know that you're not dropping in or adding any beats. I also should point out that I'm doing something here called palm muting, which I'm going to talk about more, but basically I'm resting my hand right where the strings meet the bridge, and that's where the thump is coming from, as opposed to letting the hand float over the top and the strings ringing out. So if you want to try that, just take the fat part of your thumb, part of your palm, and rest it right where the strings meet the bridge, and move it around back and forth until you find the amount of thump that you want to get. That'll just sort of naturally keep the bass kind of thumpy, but the high strings will still ring out and sound open. So once you've got these exercises going on, let's move on and learn a tune using some of these moves.